go to trauma 1.
They wore white coats, took an oath to save lives, and did the unthinkable. From trusted surgeons, live streaming operations like a circus act, to medical professionals caught in horrifying crimes, these cases show just how terrifying things can get when the people meant to heal become the ones who harm. These are 10 disturbing times doctors and nurses shocked the world. And once you hear what they did, you may never look at hospitals the same way again. Number 10. The TikTok surgeon who chose fame. Over-focused Dr. Roxy was once a TikTok sensation, live streaming plastic surgeries while jamming to music, cracking jokes, and chatting with fans. But behind her viral persona was a trail of patients who say their bodies and lives were left in ruins. One patient, Kelsey Cardenas, trusted Dr. Roxy after watching her videos, only to suffer post-op complications and scarring. Reviewing the footage, Kelsey realized the doctor was too busy performing for the camera instead of focusing on the surgery. She wasn't alone. Multiple women came forward, leading the Ohio Medical Board to revoke Dr. Roxy's license for good. Her quest for fame came at the cost of others' health. 9. The anesthesiologist caught in the act. In a Brazilian maternity hospital, Dr. Giovanni Quintela Bezerra was seen as just another anesthesiologist, until his colleagues became suspicious. During C-sections, he insisted on unusually high doses of sedation. So, the team secretly set up a hidden phone camera. What they recorded left everyone stunned. Giovanni was caught abusing a sedated woman in the operating room, right behind the surgical curtain. After his arrest, several other women stepped forward with similar accusations. This horrifying breach of trust has sparked changes in hospital surveillance across Brazil, making it one of the most disturbing cases in modern medical history. 8. The dermatologist who invented cancer for profit. Imagine being told you have skin cancer and need urgent surgery, only to later find out you were perfectly healthy. That's what more than 20 patients experienced after visiting dermatologist Dr. Carolina Vizcaya. She allegedly forged lab reports and falsely diagnosed people with melanoma, pressuring them into expensive surgeries they didn't need. Victims were left with scars and emotional trauma, having undergone invasive procedures out of fear. Dr. Vizcaya now faces charges for fraud, forgery, and bodily harm. Her chilling scam proved how dangerous blind trust in a white coat can be. 7. The drunken ER nightmare. At an emergency room in Brazil, patients noticed something odd. The attending doctor was slurring, stumbling, and acting strangely. A hidden video confirmed their worst fears. He was completely drunk while treating vulnerable, elderly patients. Though he wasn't criminally charged under Brazil's penal code, his actions led to an immediate investigation. Medical authorities scrambled to review his past cases for signs of harm. It remains unclear how many people suffered while under his care, but one thing's for sure: a single lapse in professionalism can risk dozens of lives. Number 6. The nurse who became a serial killer. Elizabeth Wetlaufer was a trusted nurse in Canadian nursing homes, but between 2007 and 2014, she murdered at least 8 elderly patients using insulin overdoses. The deaths were brushed off as natural, given their ages, until Elizabeth began confessing to friends. She wrote eerie poems, posted disturbing content online, and showed up to work drunk. Eventually, she admitted to authorities that she knew exactly what she was doing. She was sentenced to life without parole for 25 years. Her case exposed major flaws in elder care oversight and sent shockwaves through Canada. 5. The dentist who left children in tears. Parents trusted Dr. Howard Schneider in Jacksonville to care for their kids' teeth. but dozens of children left his clinic with bruises, trauma, and missing teeth they didn't need removed. In one case, a girl expected to lose just one tooth, but woke up with 8 gone. In another, a 3-year-old boy was strapped down in a papoose board, screaming in pain without anesthesia. Hidden cameras confirmed parents' worst fears. Schneider eventually gave up his license, but his actions scarred a generation of children. Fourth, assault in the operating room. In a Chinese eye clinic, an 82-year-old patient lay on the table under local anesthesia. During surgery, she struggled to keep her head still, so the doctor did the unthinkable. He slapped her in the face 3 times. She suffered bruises and allegedly lost vision in one eye. The hospital apologized and fired the surgeon, but only after the video went viral in 2023, years after the incident actually occurred. The footage re-sparked global debates about patient dignity and abuse in medical spaces. 3. The silent pregnancy. No one noticed. In Arizona, a nonverbal woman who had been in a long-term care facility since age 3 suddenly gave birth in 2018. No one, not even her nurses, knew she was pregnant. She had been raped by a nurse who worked at the facility. The horrifying discovery led to massive lawsuits, policy overhauls, and a $22.5 million settlement. Her case forced the U.S. to rethink how it protects its most vulnerable patients, and how something so terrible could go unnoticed for months. 2. The doctor who snapped. At a Florida hospital, caregiver Matthew Copeland questioned a terminal cancer patient's medication. Dr. William Sanchez didn't take it well. Words were exchanged, and Sanchez violently shoved Copeland, triggering a fight caught on video. Though prosecutors refused to press charges, Copeland is now suing the doctor. The fact that Sanchez continues practicing medicine has sparked outrage. Can someone who reacts with violence be trusted with others' lives? 1. When surgery turned into a dance routine, Latoya Arshan went in for a body contouring procedure. But what happened in the operating room was beyond belief. Her surgeon, Dr. Wendell Butte, danced to music while making incisions, even performing for the camera. In another clip, an assistant danced with pieces of removed tissue. Latoya didn't even sign her own consent form, and the results left her disfigured and devastated. Over 100 other patients have now come forward. Butte denies wrongdoing, but the evidence and the videos say otherwise. Healthcare should be a place of healing, not horror. These stories prove that even the most trusted spaces can hide danger. Always research your medical professionals, ask questions, and never ignore red flags. For more jaw-dropping investigations, subscribe to Absolute Facts, turn on the bell, and stay tuned for the most amazing content every day.